everybody, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution 2 ecosystem video. Today, we're turning this desert wasteland into the perfect desert ecosystem where all dinosaurs can thrive and live a long and happy life. So stay tuned to the end to see what we turn this wasteland into. And can I just say, if you're new to the channel, it'll be lovely if you could please smash like and subscribe. It means a lot and it's totally free for you. It helps out the channel a bunch. And without me yapping, let's just carry on with the video. So we've always got to start off with a arrival point so I can have a path connecting to my hatcheries, which is what the dinosaurs will be, well, born in and sent out of into the lovely ecosystem. Place down 2, connecting them both by path to make sure that, well, they can be operational. But I always got to make sure that they remain hidden, which what I like to do is just put a mountain wall next to it. Makes it so it's a lot more natural. And that's the mountain wall finished. Can't even see any of it. Before we even think about adding dinos, we've got to make sure that the whole ecosystem is ready. The thing is, the desert is a lot different to what I've done before. Main reason being you cannot add trees, because deserts didn't have trees. Meaning I've got to have to find something else to fill this whole land and still make it look natural. So I started off by adding some plantation. Ground fibre really suits the desert biome, because it's sort of what they would have in normal deserts. I also dotted around some small bodies of water. The plantation grounds were going to be big, flat areas of land where herbivores could thrive and dinosaurs could hunt. In this bottom corner, I worked on some sand dunes. These would add a bit more texture to the ground, making it a bit more uneven, but definitely give it some character. This was going to be quite a large area, but not much plantation. The thing about sand dunes as well, they aren't like normal hills. They're a lot more smooth, whereas some mountains have ragged edges. So that's what I tried to carve out in the land. This area would be a bit more of a home for carnivores, not necessarily for herbivores. There also wasn't much water in the sand dunes, so I had to add a little tiny bit, but not much suited this area. And this is what I had made so far. A little tiny sand dune mountain area in the bottom left, and then a big grassy plains. I was going to extend the grassy plains a bit more now. This time I did a bit of a different type of leaf, which was ground leaf. This would go around the mountain where all the incubation centres are, and quite far up on the other side of the map. Then I was working on my next area, which was going to be the dry riverbed. It was going to be towards the north of the ecosystem. The north side was going to be a very hot, dry wasteland. So I decided to add some rock texture. This would branch out quite far and would take me quite a while. And can I just say, this did actually take me a really long time. This was the hardest thing I'd done in the whole ecosystem. And not even a single dinosaur would live here, because there'd be no water and no food. So, all of this for a place where the dinosaurs wouldn't even live just shows how committed I am to make the perfect ecosystem. So, you're welcome. To have a little break from just digging out terrain and placing rock bait, I decided to start incubating my first dinos. I was going to start off with herbivores, one being the iguanodon, the rest you'd have to wait till later to see. I then added some water into the ground leaf area. The first herbivore was being released, the iguanodon. I decided to release this one through the gates because it would lead on just to the fields where they would most likely thrive. Now the thing I've been dreading, back to work on the riverbed. Oh, it's going to take a while. Since, if you haven't told already, I spent a lot of time on these videos. Please, if you do enjoy, please smash like and subscribe. It means a lot and it's totally free. You can always change your mind later as well, which is always a good thing. Without further ado, let's just get back to curving this riverbed. Oh boy. And that was the big old riverbed done. Now, time for the paint. And now all we'll have to do is just place rock for ages. This game was really fun, by the way. And that's what I did. Just started placing rock all for every crevice of this stupid dead lake. And the reason I do it, for your entertainment. So, you're welcome. I just realised that sounded a bit aggressive, I'm sorry. And now that is it officially done. I'm going to dot around some rocks, but apart from that, that's the dead riverbed done. I've got to add a little bit of like lining along the outside. That was a bit too zoomed in close. Little lining around the outside to blend it in, but That's the actual proper riverbed done. So that's what I did. I added a bit of lining around the outside, making it not look like just the riverbed stripe, but some of the actual stuff around it is. This is going to be the area of any ecosystem the first time that they have no water. This is literally going to be where the dinosaurs go, and if they go here, they won't live very long. Now, of all this open space, I decided to fill it up with cactus, because they would be the plants that need the least amount of water. In this area here, I added one of the semi-big body of water. This is where all the animals would meet up and have a drink. I then turned this little rocky area, red sandy area, I don't know what to call it, and then put white sand. And this was going to be for the rest of this area. I then added what was going to be the largest body of water here. It's going to be a large body of water with a little tiny bit of land in the centre. I then extended out the sand dunes a little bit more. And just like that, the base ground for the ecosystem was finished. Or at least the ground. Now it's time to add all the dinosaurs. I'd like to know what you guys think of the design I've gone for, and whether you think there's anything I can improve for the next one. It was now time to release the first carnivore into the grasslands. It was going to be this boy. This is the one that I thought would suit this area the most. In the grassy fields, we had a Coryphosaurus and a Stygimoloch, both enjoying the water. And then in the grassy leaf area, we had the iguanodons, enjoying the small body of water and the lots of luscious food. One of the iguanodons was exploring near the cactus area, but didn't want to go out there because there'd be nothing for it to eat there. The Metrocanthosaurus were just on the other side of the hill to the iguanodons. They would kill each other unless I did a sneaky move. And for the return, we have prehistoric goats. At least that's what the guy on the internet said when he sold it to me. You always got to trust what they say on the internet, right? So I dotted some prehistoric goats all around. I then worked on my next batch of dinosaurs, which most of them were carnivores, as you can see on the screen now. The Coeliophysis would also live in the grassy fields, along with the Homolocephali. That one. I can never say that name. Can please someone tell me how you say it? Because I have absolutely no clue. But it was also released in this biome. Look at them. So cute. So killable. Oh god, they're not going to last 5 seconds. I airlifted the gigas over to the small lake and the dry land, because they didn't really need the plantation. The giga was going to be the only apex I released. What I'd released next was a Carnotaurus. These things are my favourite dinosaur. I absolutely love them. They're quick, they're strong, and they're dumb, which, sort of like me. I then worked on some more herbivores, which included Kentrosaurus and Gallimimus. The Kentrosaurus was released first. These were something that could put up a little bit of a fight, but wouldn't really kill anything. Although, they did have a lot of spikes. Due to all the new carnivores being added, the iguanodons had to move away from the lake, meaning finding water for them would be hard now. The main culprit was the Metrocanthosaurus. These now owned this little lake. This homocephaly used the tactics of hiding in the bushes, but keeping wary due to everything that was around. The Carcharodontosaurus were scouting out the land, finding out where they'd want to live. Due to the lack of bodies of water and all the new carnivores that were added, it's going to be a bit trickier for the herbivores to get some food and water. The Stygimolochs and Coryphosaurs were okay. They had this little body of water nowhere near carnivores. Well, for now at least. Because just behind that big body of water were 2 gigas. If they had ventured over to them, it wouldn't be long before they got kicked out. And that's the thing with the desert ecosystem. They're not just fighting each other, they're also fighting the land. And that's why I decided the next thing I'm going to do is be able to do a battle royale on this map, where the dinosaurs, like what I just said, fight each other and the land at once. So if you want to see that, let me know. What I added next was a pack of 10 Troodons. These with their venomous bites would be a deadly force. I then spent the rest of the time just making some more dinos. Most of these ones that I selected would live more near the mountain area, well, sand dunes. I chose Baryonyx, Albertosaurus, and Ankylosaurus because I thought the ones haven't added, and I really like those dinos. Right, well, this is the whole ecosystem that I have built. Most of the dinosaurs haven't been released here, and some have been transported over to the mountain area, because when I want to do the Battle Royale, I want them all to be able to have a fight with every single species and not make it too unfair by putting a T-Rex with Gallimimuses over there, and then everything else just over here. It makes it a bit more fair and enjoyable for the Battle Royale. Right, well, this is what we have got. We've got loads of dinosaurs around every single corner. Let's go to the first body of water and see what we have got there. So over here, the iguanodons have managed to peace treaty with the Metricosaurus due to fighting being turned off at the minute. But when the Battle Royale starts, they would have to either fight him or, like this Gallimimus over here, run away. I'm going to be honest, I think the runaway is more likely to happen because herbivores in this game do not like to fight. Let's go to the second body of water. On the way over there, we do have some Carnotauruses roaming the fields. They're not really near any water though, but they're having a good time, I guess. But here's the second body of water, and we've got a Metricosaurus and a Carnotaurus. And not too far away, we've got a Coryphosaurus. There is a body of water up here. Let's see if anything has made home to it. And yes, it's another Coryphosaurus. They seem to be adventuring. Oh, and a raptor. A sleeping raptor. Yeah, this is the cactus field. This is going to be where, like, a lot of the dinosaurs will have to force to run out to. But if they're herbivores, they have to get to the food. And there's no food out here. Alright, let's go to the big body of water and... Oh, hang on. We seem to have Allosauruses here sharing it with the Giga. Now that's going to be an interesting fight because Allosauruses, although not as big, do pack pretty much the same amount of punch. So them fighting is going to be interesting to see. What have we got over here? I think we've got the other Giga adventuring out in the cactus fields. Seems alright, just having a little nap. Oh, glitched a bit then. I chose the non-Dominion style for this because the sandy deserts, they actually really suit it. Right, let's go have a look over here. Here's a little bit of a pit that I made. Not really relevant though. Right, this body of water has no home to anything. Nothing has adventure out that far yet. Neither has they with this one, but when the fighting starts, I'll get pushed away, I would say. We've got the Ankylosauruses at this one, sharing it with a Coryphosaur. I mean, they should get along quite well. What have we got here? We've got Concavenators and Metricosaurus and one lone Styracosaurus. Oh no, 3 Styracosaurus. As soon as fighting starts though, if they've got Concavenators and Metricosaurus right next door, I can't imagine we'll see much of them. And then the final body of water in the fields has one lone Coryphosaur. And the Ankylosaur's not too far away. Right, in the sand dunes over here, we've got a home for the Ankylosauruses. There's 2 packs of them. And if they meet up, they actually might be able to easily win this. Because they'll have 6 of them. And if they all near each other, they should do quite well. Thank you everybody so much for watching. It's been a ton of fun to film with you guys. The Battle Royale should be out in 2 to 3 days time of when uploading this, maybe. Don't quote me on that. But I'll try to get it out to you as soon as possible. But thank you everybody so much for watching. Please subscribe, smash like, and comment down below what you'd like to see next. This is Silent Turtle signing off, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.